out there in sport karate land. I am here with the one and only Haden Van Dyke. He is with All Star Karate. He is, we're going to interview him today. He was one of our outstanding competitors from Battle of Champions tournament that happened this April 1st. And we got him on right now. Haden, can you say hello?
Hello, everyone.
So excited to have you on. You're actually our first interview for the Utah Sport Karate, our first competitor highlight. So I'm super excited to have you on and for you guys to be a part of the league. So let's get right to it. So Haden is a multiple division winner. When he came to the Battle of Champions, how many divisions did you compete in?
I competed in 5 divisions.
5 divisions. Heck yeah, you had a lot of wins in those. Can you tell us a little bit about which divisions you did and how you placed?
So we started off with breaking, and I got first in that. Then we did flag sparring first, sword sparring I got second, and then I did my weapons kata, and I got first in that.
Yeah. And
my continuous I got first.
Awesome. Now I was there to watch your weapons kata, and you did an outstanding job as per usual. You know, I'm not a stranger to you as a competitor. I've seen you at the Ask Open. I've seen you at the Valor Showdown. I've seen you at previous competitions. So I'm super excited to see how your skills are developing and see you crush the competition and see what I'm really excited to see what you're up to this year. So what would you say is your most favorite division?
I like all of the sparring divisions.
Sparring divisions. Awesome. So do you see yourself doing some more continuous fighting?
Yeah, this one was actually my first time doing it in a tournament, and I thought it was a lot of fun.
Super cool. Super cool. Awesome. And then how about point sparring and team sparring? Do you got any goals to continue the point sparring and then possibly create a team?
For point sparring, just keep working on it, keep getting better, developing new moves. And for team sparring, we have one, and I just want to work on getting all in the same mindset.
That's outstanding. As I mentioned before, you're with All Star Karate. I've got quite a history with your instructors, and so I know that when it comes to point sparring, you've got one of the top coaches out there to help you improve on those skills and those techniques. So that's awesome. You're well on your way. So who would you say is your strongest competitor? Who do you think is the one that poses the most threats to you? And this could be any division, really.
Probably either Brian Jarsdorfer or Hayden Johnson.
Heck yeah, both of those guys are just phenomenal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really, really strong competitors, really strong skills. So I can see why they fall as a strong competitor, a strong opponent of yours. Why do you feel like they are a strong opponent?
Because we've all been doing karate about the same time. We all know each other. We all know how each other fight, how each other work. So we all just play to each other's weaknesses.
That does change the game a little bit, huh? When you know what they've got in store and all their secrets, that changes it up just a little bit. So you said you guys all trained together about the same time frame. How long have you been training?
I've been with All Star since I was 4 or 5.
Oh, wow. So you're, and how old are you now?
I'm 16, so 12
16?
years.
Wow, 12 years. That's a lot of dedication. That's a lot of loyalty, and it shows a lot of passion on your side, because people that aren't passionate about what they do don't stick it out for 12 years, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure you have many years ahead of you. Awesome. That's good. That's good. I love to see people continuing their training, especially at great schools. So speaking of training, can you take us through maybe some of your typical training week?
Usually I'll go to a couple classes at our dojo, like 4 or 5 a week, and then we have our team practices every Friday.
Oh, cool.
And at home, I will practice we have a punching bag here, so I'll do conditioning and then I'll practice just all of our belt requirements almost every day.
Ah, I love that. I love that. You know, I think I'm glad you said that because I think a lot of people need to hear that. I know a lot of competitors, they train consistently at their classes, at their dojos. It's that at home practice, right? That really gives you
Hmm.
that extra edge, that extra time to help build those skills. So I love that
For
you
sure.
mentioned that, and I love that everybody gets to hear that. That's something that is important. That is something I tell my students. I'm sure you guys hear it constantly at your school.
Yep.
That at home training, man, it just is so essential, so essential. So, do you do anything typically to prep for a tournament week? Do you?
Yeah, so leading up to a tournament, we'll just hit every class at the dojo. And then I have two younger siblings, and we'll just watch each other's katas, critique each other, and then just keep doing that as much as possible.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's great that you have siblings that can help you with that because I'm
Hmm.
sure every time you guys look at it, you see something different. You see something
Yep.
else that sticks out. So that's awesome. So another question: if you have some advice to give to younger competitors or upcoming competitors, what would that advice be?
Um, I would say keep listening to your coaches and just keep working.
Yeah.
If you're in a rough spot, you'll get over it. It just might take some time.
Yes, absolutely. And that's important that if you're in a rough spot, seems like once you hit those spots, it's more important to dig even deeper so you don't let yourself downward spiral. If I'm sure you
Hmm.
agree with that. 'Cause it's easy to train when we're on our ups, right? When we're having our
Yeah.
good days and when we're, super excited. It's not so easy when, you know, maybe we come off of a hard tournament. Maybe we came off of a long vacation. Some of those things that
Hmm.
that kind of hold us back from our training. So I'm convinced that on those low points, that's when it's even more important to get out there and train and practice and just dig deep. What are some goals of yours that you have for this season, this current season?
This season I would like to try to go and get some world titles.
Cool.
I haven't done any worlds so far, but I want to try it this year.
Cool. Awesome. And so that hopefully that means that you'll be at the league world finals later on.
Yep.
Awesome. Super cool. Very good. Very good. And we're to the part where I would like to hear some of your favorites. So what would you say your favorite technique or your favorite kick is?
My favorite kick probably a tornado kick. I love them.
Yeah, those are fun, right? And then what's your favorite weapon?
I've been with commas my whole life, so they've just grown on me so much.
Yeah, a fellow comma man. I like that. Commas are my favorite as well. I've been manipulating commas since I was, well, I'm not going to give you the years, but since I was 14 years old, so quite a long time. That's
Wow.
my choice of my weapon of choice. Um, who's your favorite forms competitor to watch? And this sport karate, it can be any league, any time frame, whether it's, you know what I mean, back in the day, current days. Who's your favorite forms competitor?
Um, I'd have to say Hayden Johnson again.
Okay. Okay.
It's just I've seen how much dedication he puts into his forms outside of the tournament and just every little thing he polishes so clean.
No kidding. That kid just works hard, doesn't he? Looks
Hmm.
sharp, sharper every single time I see him. How about your favorite point fighter?
Um, Probably Nathan Cole.
Nathan Cole. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, who do you wish that you could get a round or two in with? Somebody maybe that you
Ooh.
haven't fought, or somebody that you're like, hey, I really wish I would love to see how I would do up against this competitor.
Um, I think it would be fun to fight Hunchy Darren Cox in his prime.
Oh man. Now that's Whew, that would be a tough fight, man. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his replay videos from back in the 90s and the early
Yeah.
2000s. He was always on point and
hmm
still just a phenomenal fighter.
Yeah.
Darren, Hanshi Darren in his prime time. Ambitious. I like it. I like it. Okay, and then who would you see? Which tournament would you say is your favorite? And this could be any tournament that's current, any tournament that you've been to in the past.
I really like the summer games because they're just like no pressure and it's just like a good getting into it tournament.
Right. No, I agree. When we promote that tournament here at our dojo, we always say that it should almost be called the friendship tournament.
hmm
Because it is, it's low pressure. It's a bunch of friends with common goal going down to a common tournament, and it's just a great time. It's a great time. So
hmm
I agree. I agree there. And then who would you say your just your favorite all around competitor? Just all around competitor.
Um, Hayden Johnson.
Haden Johnson. Hayden's getting lots of shouts outs. Hopefully,
Yep.
we'll see him here at a tournament soon in this season. I'm not sure what he's been
Hopefully.
up to, but we'd love to see him out there, and maybe we'll see a Haden Johnson versus Haden Van Dyke uh, point fighting match. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. And we're just about to the end of our interview. Do you have any words to add to fellow competitors? Maybe some things that you'd like to see at some tournaments upcoming. We're always looking to improve what we do on our end. We'd love to hear input from a top competitor like yourself.
Um, so a word for other competitors, just keep working, keep sticking at it because I know personally that I've gotten through a couple rough spots and karate's helped me with that so much.
Awesome.
And just getting there and the social aspect is great. Same with the tournaments, just being there for social is amazing.
Right.
And then the tournaments, I can't really critique them. I think they're great.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. We are trying to raise the bar and improve every chance that we can. So
hmm
getting input from others is big for us. So if you come up with something, you got my number. Get a hold of me.
Yeah.
So
All right.
that's awesome. I am so looking forward to seeing how your season goes and seeing what you accomplish and all the success that you achieved this year. One last thing, is there any shout outs that you would like to give? Maybe some people that helped you with your success so far this year?
Um, I'd say Mama Becky because she pulled me out of my last two divisions on an injury, and I don't know if I'd be able to do the other tournaments in the season if I didn't get pulled out.
Yeah, yeah, having a smart coach is definitely key, right? Know
Yeah,
when to go, when to just back off a little bit, right?
exactly.
That's awesome. And I'm sure I've got long standing history with Mama Becky too. Having your best interest and knowing, you know,
hmm
when to make those good calls. And then the support system that I'm sure she provides is probably just loads of value, loads of value.
hmm
So
It is.
awesome. Well, this has been fun. This has been fun.
hmm
And like I said, I'm really excited to see what you do this season. We'll keep our eye on you. Those of you who are here watching with us, we'll be posting these videos, these interviews on our Utah Sport Karate League page. So under highlight tab. So keep your eye open. We'll be bringing more exciting interviews to you. Later on this week, and each tournament will continue bringing them with competitors, with judges, with coaches. We're going to go all the way with this. So thank you all for watching. Haden, thank you so much for coming on and speaking with me. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Hey, all right.